last year was the first edition of Stage 2, the first Pan-European Startup Champions League for early stage startups spinning out of leading technical and business universities from Europe. And we saw the best 60 startups from our network pitch in front of 40 plus venture capitalists and also our amazing corporate partners. And in this talk of Visionaries United, we have 2 winning teams from the first batch of Stage 2, and we're happy to see their insights.
Yeah. Thank you, Lucas, for the intro. So welcome, Johannes from Compular, who won the Tech Innovation Award of 200K in the last year's edition, and Alexander from Fimo Health, who won the Digital Dream Team Award by Peak Capital. Yeah, welcome you. Nice that you're here, and we can talk a little bit about your experiences. And yeah, so I would like you to, Johannes, to do a short intro, like a very small elevator pitch, and yeah, in the afterwards, your best memory of Stage 2, and then Alex, do the same.
All right. Hi, and nice to be here. So at Compular, we do develop a digital lab for material development. So we have a technology that can predict material properties and develop better and more sustainable batteries. And my best memory from Stage 2 is, I think, the whole experience of meeting so many great people, both other entrepreneurs and investors and the organizing team. So I can't really pick one moment, but the whole day was really fun.
Alex?
Right. Yeah. Hi, my name is Alex. Thanks for having me. I'm co-founder of Fimo Health, a digital health-based startup in Cologne. We developed solutions around fatigue, which is a follow-up symptom of different chronic conditions such as multiple sclerosis, cancer, or long COVID. And our solution helps patients by better dealing with their symptoms, but also generating cost benefits for farmers and health insurers. And for me, I just couldn't agree more like with Johannes regarding the topic of the Stage 2. It was like way more like the overall experience of today was very nice. I met so many great people like other startups, investors. So it was really valuable and I had a very great day. So thanks again for organizing us and having us there.
Thank you both for your elevator pitch. I think now 1 year ago, your nomination was from the universities, right? So thinking back to this day, what were your expectations of Stage 2? Because we introduced it to be a pitch competition, but was it really a pitch competition or was it maybe more? And did we met the expectations that you had?
Yeah, I mean, it was hard to have any expectations because it was the first edition, right? So you didn't really know what to expect. And I would say that compared to other pitching competitions that we've been in, this was a completely different level on a much larger scale. So, and it was also like a lot more than just the pitch. I would say that every team, I think that was there, got a lot out of it just by networking and being there, meeting all the people that you brought together. So even though the pitch was a really fun and a great experience, I would say that it's more than just a pitch competition, in my opinion.
Yeah, again, same for me. Like in the beginning, when we got like the confirmation that we can pitch there, I was like, okay, it's just like another university startup pitch competition, like with some few dozen people. But then when the organization of the event began like a few weeks before, I realized, okay, that's getting a bit bigger than I expected. And then just on the day when I got there, I was really surprised how big the whole event was, like how many people were there. And it was also like the first on-site event since Corona. And for me, it was by that really a very good experience because like so many people as mentioned before, and yeah, it was way above my expectations, to be honest.
Cool. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's already 1 year ago. Wow. Crazy. Yeah. And now the second edition is not that far away. So we're in the middle of the organization. But yeah, apart from the expectations, you were pretty successful in the last year's edition. As I mentioned in the beginning, you two won like big investment awards. what would you say? What would you recommend other startups or nominees right now, at this moment, how to prepare and how they make their best pitch on stage? So how did you prepare for your pitch on the stage?
Yeah, I think take the opportunity to get help from people. I mean, the Stage 2 team offers a lot of sessions there in the beginning before the competition, before you go to Berlin. So that's really good to get feedback on your pitch. And also, if your university has some resources for that as well, or even better actually, ask if you know any investors, or if you know any colleagues or friends that also are entrepreneurs, so they can give you some feedback on your deck. I think that's really valuable. And then also, I think, just look up who's there. If there's any investors that you think are a good fit for you, I mean, there's usually some specific investors and some specific startups that could be a really good match there. So I think do your homework beforehand. And then I think just don't take it too seriously, but have fun and make sure. I mean, it's a really cool experience to be able to pitch for such an audience. So I think try to see it as just a fun experience, and don't get too nervous, because it's in the end not up to you. It's up to the jury who wins, and that might not be the most important thing by being at Stage 2.
Have you been nervous?
Yeah, I was nervous for sure, especially in the semifinals. But then when you've done it once, then the finals were actually better. But yeah, definitely I was nervous. But I think you're supposed to be a little bit nervous. I mean, it's otherwise I don't know if you want it.
Do you have more recommendations, Alex? Or did you prepare for the pitch?
It's more or less the same again. Johannes is always mentioning this. The things I also would like to add. But maybe like one or two other things. Like what was super helpful for me was like to get used like to the short pitch time that you have like in the semifinals, which was like 2 minutes, because usually you have like some more time. So definitely get used like to the 2 minutes and train your pitch for that, because it's completely different if you have only 2 minutes compared like to 3, 4, or 5. It's really just a short time, so you need to get the attention of the jury and have a look like how you can catch them immediately from the beginning until the last second you're speaking. And the other thing I also would like to add is just get in touch with the people up front. So I had like some 10 or 15 coffee talks with some investors and also like some corporates during the whole event, but I contacted most of the people up front. So I can highly recommend to do that, because so you get in touch with the most relevant people for you.
Okay, cool. Thank you for sharing your experiences.
You talked about the next question that I would have already. So we split it up a bit, because Alex, you said a great thing about getting in contact with the venture capitalists, for example, that are on site, but also maybe the corporates. We will have this year also an on-site event app, so where we make this process even easier. How did you do it last year? And maybe now with the meeting app and the meeting points that you will get in the radio assistant, do you think it could be a benefit?
Yeah, I definitely think that could be a benefit, because like last year, I just looked all the people up and contacted them via LinkedIn. I mean, of course, that worked as well. But I've been to another event 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I were also working with kind of one of these networking apps on a specific event. And it was super helpful, because you were able to get in touch with the people immediately. You didn't need to look up everyone via LinkedIn, via Google. Sometimes you don't find the people, or they have names which have 10,000 other people as well on LinkedIn. So such an app can be very, very helpful. And I just can encourage you to have a look into it and just contact the people.
This is exactly also what we wanted to achieve with the application. Everybody, also the startups, but also the venture capitalists, will have their own profile and get matched on this platform. So this could be very cool, I think. Jenny, hand over to your next question, maybe.
To my next question. Yeah, okay. Now almost 1 year after the event, it's time maybe to talk a little bit about what you have achieved so far, and how your next steps might look like, or what your next milestones are. So if you want to start a little bit about what you have achieved so far, Johannes, and then yeah, what's laying in front of you?
Yeah, sure. I mean, since stage 2, it feels like it was a long time ago, but it's only a year because it's so much has happened. But we were 2 people full time when we were at stage 2, and now we're about 10. So we have hired a lot of people and expanded the team. And we're working with customers in the battery value chain, battery developers building the gigafactories in Europe. And right now we are. We have, several projects ongoing, and we try to develop the product at the same time and take all the learnings we get from these projects and implement it in product development. And we aim to launch by the end of the year. So that's the plan. We have taken in an investment, so we did that after stage 2 as well, and I think that helped a lot. The exposure we got from stage 2. Many investors actually contacted us afterwards, and I think that was gave us a lot of momentum in that whole process, and which is really valuable. And yeah, I'm looking forward. We have a few more hires that we want to do, and we have also more projects coming in. So we will continue on the same track that we're on and try to build our product at the same time as we're working closely with customers, and have a soft launch by the end of the year, and then continue iteratively until we feel that we've hit a product market fit that we can really launch on a larger scale. But we focus on Europe and the battery development industry in Europe at the moment.
Okay, cool. How did the stage 2 network help you somehow in like getting access to some investors, or establishing some relations to different important investors for you?
Yeah, I mean, so we had a lot of follow-up talks after the event. So both people we met there, but also a lot of people or firms that contacted us after they saw the event or saw the price, I guess, and also with the investment price. So that sort of kicked off our round, and then we took that as an opportunity to go out and talk to a lot of people and find an investor that really matched our profile, and we managed to do that. So that was really helpful and really a real kickstart to that whole process. So I think it was really good.
Nice, cool. Well, how was it for you, Alex?
Yeah, for us, like since stage 2, we also made some nice progress. So we also closed a funding round in the meantime, and then enabled us also like to grow our team like from 5, 6, 7 people back then to now almost 20. And by the help of our team now, we made it that we now had our go-to-market, like with 3 different chronic conditions, long COVID, ME/CFS, and multiple sclerosis. We are now partnering with German health insurance providers that have like some 20 million members. And what we are now doing next is like extending our data platform also for other B2B partners, such as pharmaceutical companies or even other health insurance providers. And regarding like the stage 2 itself, for us it was same, I would say also again the same, just like all the awareness we got like from the investors we have been talking to there, but also like some other people that came to us like after the event was really nice. So just like to get this traction and like a lot of different discussions and new insights was very helpful for us also like for our funding round later on.
Yeah, so cool. Wow, yeah, that's like not even a year, and the expansion of your teams and the corporations you're working with now. Yeah, it's so awesome to see that. As well, like stage 2 help you like in this progress. Do you have another question, Lukas?
No, not another question, but I totally agree to you. It's great to see how you guys progress, and that we took like a small piece with stage 2 just to your success is also great for us, and that you give it now back to the next batch. Your insights and your experiences from the last year's edition is outstanding. So thank you very much for this. This is what makes the stage 2 family so impressive, and I hope we continue with this community building.